everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I will be creating my sister's homecoming dress. Now, keep in mind I am doing all of this in one day. Well, actually I went to the fabric store a different day, but I'm sewing it in one day and also doing her hair. So I am on crunch time. So please excuse if I didn't add certain things in this video. So now I'm at the fabric store. I decided to go with a red fabric, and this fabric that I'm getting is the lining, and I'm getting a yard in the lining. In the sequins fabric, I'm getting a yard and a half.
This color they will be.
Yeah, I would say they will be.
You think they look good in red? Yeah. I would have picked purple. I did that on purpose because she hates that I love purple. I love purple.
Next, I'm going to grab a zipper. I grab a 20 to 22 inch invisible zipper. Okay everyone, now we're ready to start. The materials you're going to need to create your dress are lining, the fabric of your choice, fabric scissors, a pattern, and some pins. Now, the reason why I'm using a base pattern, because most of you do know that I am a designer, and honestly, that's how I make most of my stuff, from my base pattern, because I already know how to create from a base pattern. But for everybody else out there, I do recommend for you to just go out and purchase a pattern that's already made. It's going to be much easier for you. So the first thing I did was grab the back skirt, and I created a longer skirt from it. And that's for, of course, the back piece of the dress. And I cut that out. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is grab the front piece of the skirt, and then I am going to cut that out. Now, the front part of the skirt is going to be shorter than the back because that's the style that I'm going for. This is the front piece of the skirt. Like I said, I wanted it to be way shorter than the back. Now, for the back piece, I pinned it together because I did cut two. And for the front piece, I cut it on the fold. And I put it on top of each other so I'm able to see the shape that I want to create. Now, what I'm doing, I'm showing you, this is the shape that I want to do. And I am going to cut out that shape. Next, we're going to move on to the top. Now, the top is going to be a crop top. Now, the reason why I'm doing a crop top, like I said, this is the lining. So this is only going under the dress. It's not going on top of the dress. So I just need it to, of course, cover, the body parts. And so that's why I'm making a crop top. I'm not making anything longer. Now I open it up just so you can see. I cut that on the fold. I fold it back together, and you're going to cut a straight line because, as you can see, the dress was an off-the-shoulder dress. So you want to cut off that, top part. So I like to work off my mannequin to see exactly what I'm doing. Right now I'm pinning it on a mannequin so I know the style that I'm doing and I see exactly what's going to be done. And especially that, like I said, this is all in one day. She literally had her homecoming that night at 8 o'clock, and I think I was still sewing, or I started sewing around 1. I don't know why I do that, but hey, I still accomplish it pretty well. So now I'm cutting off some more of the crop top / lining, whatever you want to call it, because like I said, I don't need that much. As long as it covers her boobs, that's all that matters. So I cut off a triangle in the middle of the lining. That's because that's a style that I wanted to do for her, because the sequence was a little see-through and I wanted to be a cute little style where she had a little triangle starting, on the top where her lining is. So that's how it looks so far. And what I'm going to do is make some darts. I'm going to pin the sides for I can go ahead and sew it in the sewing machine. And darts are good because it gives you more of a form. Just pinning it and showing you. And I'm going to cut off all the excess fabric because she's very tiny. She is not that big. So I'm going to cut off all that excess fabric. And we're going to move on to cutting the sequins. The first thing we're going to do is take the lining and put it on top of the sequins, because it's going to be different the way we're going to cut this. It's not going to be a two-piece. We're going to do one full cut. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I am cutting the back piece out now, and it's on the fold. Now, I did a little bit of mistake. It wasn't supposed to be on the fold, but I did go back and cut a straight line going down. So when you're cutting the back piece, you want to have it being two pieces. And then now I am cutting the front piece out. And you could tell it's the front piece because it has the dart, the pins holding the dart together. So now we're moving on to the sewing part. Now, I know in the beginning of the video, I didn't tell you guys to get some thread that matches your fabric. Thought it was self-explanatory, but make sure you get a thread that matches the fabric that you're using. And I don't know if you can see a little bit, I have some burgundy thread that I'm working with. Now, when you're sewing the dress together, you want to sew everything that you pin. That's the easiest way to do it. So you want to sew the back, the sides, the darts, hemming. You just want to go ahead and start sewing. You don't want to sew the crop top and the skirt lining together. You're going to sew that with that sequins fabric. So you want to sew the two lining parts separate. Do not attach it together. Unless you're doing a different style, but if you're doing what I'm doing, don't attach it together. Now we're moving on to the sequins fabric. Now, when you're working with sequins, beaded fabric, anything hard on it that could break your needle, you want to go slow. Do not rush the process. Go slow, or you will end up with two bent up needles like me. So take it from me. Go slow during this process because it will mess up your needle. And I learned twice in one day. So what I'm doing now is sewing the back of the fabric. I'm just sewing a straight line where the zipper is going to be, and I'm going to stop at a certain point. Now, that certain point I'm going to stop at is going to be the same length as the lining. So like I said, because I was going so fast, because I needed to get everything done in less than, I would say, about 5 hours, I grabbed the lining and I measured it to where I'm supposed to stop sewing on the sequence, so I know where I'm going to put my zipper. The fabric and the lining has to match up for the zipper to sit properly. So to conclude, everybody, you just have to sew everything together And I do apologize again that I don't have any additional footage. I had to rush and get this done. And plus, my phone was running out of storage. But I hope to see you guys next time. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys find this useful. I will be putting some more sewing tutorials up. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you love this beautiful dress. Yes, hair flip. Look, walk away, struck. Bye, y'all.